Hello everyone, welcome to Grain Gander 75. I'm Buddy. So today we're doing a shop update, and this will be the last video of the lathe series, the 14.5-inch South Bend Lathe series. This should be released on the 6th anniversary of when I released my first video on this project. And I previously said 5th. That was not correct. This is actually going to be the 6th anniversary. So we're looking forward to getting this video out. It has been a long, fun process getting to this point. Had some interruptions in between there, some health issues and moving and all that kind of made it stretch out to about 6 years. But it's nice to get this job done with and move on to some other neat stuff. So with that, let's go have a look at the lathe real quick. And then I want to say a few things about that now that the job is done. And all right, let's move on over there. All right, well here we are over at the 14.5-inch South Bend Lathe. It's been a fun journey to get to this point. The lathe is now fully functional, completely usable and all, and done a few small projects on it, nothing really worth making a video on, but hopefully you'll be seeing me seeing it used in some of my upcoming videos. So yeah, wow, I tell you what, I did learn a lot about this, and it was well worth it. I don't have a lot of money invested in this, other than the initial cost of the machine, and actually that was quite reasonable as well. So definitely worth learning learning a lot about how it was built, and being able to take what I learned about the construction, how it was put together, taking it apart, putting it back together, learning how to do that, and thinking through the processes to do that has really paid off. Not only with working on the other machines in my shop, but it paid off in my job as well, and it allowed me to move forward and advance in my career as an HVAC mechanic and now supervisor. Well worth it. Well worth the time and investment to do this, and I just can't express how pleased I am with how it turned out and what I learned in the process. And that was the goal to begin with, was to learn. And I really think, looking back, it was well worth it. For the most part, I'm happy with the lathe. I think it is a great lathe to start out with. Certainly has been a good machine to learn from. The only thing that I am concerned about and that I have an issue with is the amount of wear in it. And you've seen throughout, if you watch the entire series, you've seen where it's been damaged, where it had got hit with a hammer, and this lathe has been misused. To say the least, it has really been misused. It's a good machine, but I don't think in its current state that you could ever make any real precision parts. I think you can make some really nice parts, and I know for a fact that you can, because I have made some stuff on it so far. As far as that goes, I really think in where I stand, learning machine to be a machinist and just a home shop machinist, learning, it's going to be a great machine, and I'm really looking forward to making some pretty cool stuff on it. Long term, I really don't see myself keeping this lathe long term. As I advance in my skills, I get better at it. I think that I will move past this machine. This lathe will become where it is not precise enough at some point as I learn, and the wear and tear on it will start becoming an issue. as I want to be more precise in what I'm making. Yeah, I think later on I will have issues and I'll be looking to replace it. No time soon. Don't go right and say you want to buy it, because I'm not selling it yet. But no time soon. I'm looking forward to using it quite a bit. But long-term plans is to replace it. And someone may ask, will I buy another used machine to replace it with? The short answer, well, you really don't know what you're going to run to 5 years from now. Let's say 5 years. But the short answer is probably not. Having rebuilt the machine and learned what I've learned about it, I would probably not do this again. Simply by the fact I don't have enough time personally to invest in that, and I can't afford another 6-year project. So long-term goal is going to be to replace this with a new or much newer machine. One that is not worn out. This one has definitely got some serious wear issues in it. So, and I know I'm going to get asked, why don't I get it reground, stuff like that. I'm not interested in doing that. It's fine for what I need it for right now. When I get to that point where I need a machine that I can do some really good precision work on, it's time to go ahead and replace it and get something decent in here. So, overall opinion on this South Bend lathe, I really like it, but at some point definitely going to be replacing it. Okay, over here at the milling machine, a nice old Bridgeport. I really like this Bridgeport. I've already made some pretty nice stuff on it, and I hope to share some videos on some future projects with it. I'm pretty pleased with it. This Bridgeport is absolutely worn out as well. Its condition is probably as bad, if not worse, than the lathe. However, I'm probably going to hang on to this machine. I think it's worthwhile keeping, and my long-term goals is to work on getting into CNC. And if I do that, it'll be a CNC mill of some kind, and having a manual machine available will be nice. So I do plan to keep this. I really have enjoyed using it, and it was a purchase that was well worth it. So nice old Bridgeport. So got the lathe, got the Bridgeport. So let's see here. I've got a saw. Let's have a look at that saw. All right, over here got a Craftsman scroll saw. This is a project that I'll be having, we will be doing very soon, is getting this back into service. I have no intentions to do a full restoration project on it. Mainly clean it up, put some paint on it, and get it hooked back up to power with motor, and get it to where I can use it. Mainly I want to use it for cutting, like doing brass and possibly even some aluminum. But this will be nice to have in the shop, and I'm looking forward to getting it back up and running. It hasn't run in many years. It was not operational when I purchased it. So, but all in all, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. I think it'll serve me quite well once I get it back up and running. And I will certainly make this a series and bring you all along for that as well, getting it ready to run. Alright, so I guess that's going to wrap it up for this shop update video. Haven't done one like this in quite some time. I did have one other thing I wanted to mention. You're probably looking at the lathe and saying it is missing the plates. I will be adding these on at a later date. the pins were purchased for this. They are currently in storage somewhere buried under something. So they'll get put on there. I don't plan to make a video of that. They're just gonna, just stick them on there and drive the pins in. So yeah. So this will show up on there at a future date and time, and you'll probably see that in the videos. Well, I guess that is going to wrap up this shop update. It has been a fun project. I really, I'm pleased that I did it. I'm reminded, somebody said early on, said this project was never going to get completed. And I'm happy to say that it's done. I've achieved everything I looked out to do on it. Took a lot longer than I thought it would. 6 years. 6 years has been a long, fun 6 years, but it is finished, and thrilled about it. Well, I guess that is going to be it for this shop update. Next project we got going on, we got some woodworking project stuff that's coming down. I hope you don't mind watching some woodworking projects. I'll be doing some stuff with my dad, and really enjoyed doing that. My dad has been, his hobbies has been woodworking for as long as I've been around, longer than that. So learned a lot from him, and I really enjoy working with him. So we got some woodworking projects coming down, and I hope you'll stick around for those. And don't worry, it's not all going to be woodworking. We're going to be doing some metal work and some machine restoration work. Main thing is that saw sitting over there. We're going to get that thing up and running. So wow, a lot of fun stuff coming down the road, and I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you. And gosh, I want to thank everybody for subscribing. We are getting so close to the 1,000 subscriber mark, and couldn't have done it without y'all. And I definitely want to thank you for sticking around. I know there's been some times when I didn't make videos, and there's a pretty large gap in between videos, and I appreciate you for sticking around until I was able to come back and make some more videos. So thank you so much. So we're gonna go ahead and finish up here, and once again, thank you for subscribing and for your likes, comments, and everything. And couldn't have done it without y'all. Thank you so much, and y'all have a good evening.